Financial stress as a mom doesn't often look like debts. It's sometimes financial anxiety. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk everything life, purpose, and motherhood. If that interests you, please like, subscribe, and if you are a returning subby, click it. Let's get into it. I've got my notebook here so we can break it down. Most of us as mom, we are financially stressed because of a lot of factors. Some of us don't plan our kids. The kid just came about. You're young, you still have dreams, you still have so many things that you want to achieve. You've got one income and you end up feeling really, really financially stressed. One thing that I learned when I was starting to be intentional about money, when I realized that I've got a whole human being I have to take care of for the rest of my life, that I had to make sure is in place, was an emergency fund. What they don't tell us about emergency fund is that you don't have to start with 100,000 rand. Not at all. You can start with 10 rand. What we're trying to do here is to train your mind to know that there's something that is an emergency fund that I have to invest in, that I have to make sure I put something away in it for a rainy day, right? And to build consistency, because now when you start with that 10 rand, you'll get used to it. You'll start putting another 10 rand, then it's 20 and another one, and then you see the money growing, and then you're like, oh, how do we get to 6,000? So I've seen with myself, ever since I started putting away money, I feel so light about it. Like, I feel so light. I was really, really stressed. I was really, really overwhelmed. How am I going to do this? And most of the time we don't think that you might lose a job, you might get sick. How are you going to take care of this human being? Most of us don't have support from family, don't have support from the child's father. Everything is looking at you, groceries, everything. How are you going to survive if you don't have an emergency fund? Because just think of it this way. Right now, you're not thinking of anything bad that might happen. You're just putting away as much as you can. By the time that bad thing happens, you have no idea how much you would have had. Do you understand? So I think the way other people put it is what scares us and what puts us off. But today I'm just here to put it in a way that you'll understand it and you'll want to do it. So, as I said, start with what you can afford. Start as little as possible. Start as little as possible, just so that you can train your mind and you can be accustomed to it. And another thing I just wanted us to touch on is that as moms, we're really, really wasting money on unnecessary things. Excuse me. And I just want to shed light on a few of those things that most of us waste money on, that we could be putting in our emergency fund. Extravagant birthday parties. Most of us are super guilty of this. You'll find that a mom is blowing 15,000 rand for a 1-year-old's birthday party, and you don't even have an emergency fund. An emergency comes, you don't know what to do, but you blew that 15,000 rand just for pictures, because that catering company that you hired, the food is already in your stomach. The outfits that you wore, they're probably already small. I remember with my child, I bought him one piece for 500 rand. He didn't even wear it for 2 years. I had to give it away because it was small. That is just one example of things that we're wasting our money on, that we could be using to put away in our emergency fund. So what I want you to realize today is that sometimes it's not like we really don't have money to put away to things that are important. It's just that we're wasting it. So this is also your your moment to realize what you could be wasting your money on, and start thinking, in 2026, do I still want to do the same thing, waste my money on things that are not bringing value? Because to be honest, a huge birthday party while you're a low-class mom, you have one source of income, you don't have an emergency fund, you don't have a retirement plan, you don't have medical aid, you don't have a will, you've got nothing. Is it the best thing to do right now? Please comment on other things that we as mom tend to spend or waste our money on, so the next mom can also learn. We'll definitely see you on my next one.